It all started with a drink, then a bottle. Then off with your shirt, skirt, panties followed. Watching you walk to the bed like a model got me feeling like I just hit the lotto. It's just me and you, what you wanna do? You talking right, but are you really shy? She replied with a sign that all I can say. You got me saying, oh my.
Hey guys, it's Tia.
And Amber.
And it's another episode of Studsman
And Wife.
So today, we are going to answer some questions. Some fan favorites.
No. You play too much.
Yeah, so we're going to ask some questions. We're going to answer them honestly. And let you guys kind of see a little more of our life. So, babe, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
If today was your last day on Earth, how would you like to spend it?
Probably by myself. Not with a lot of people around, but I don't know. I'll probably just be laid up cuddling and
Like cuddling with me?
yeah.
You just said by yourself.
I mean, not like, because at first I was gonna say like I would want my family around. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully we would have already got that out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, hopefully I wouldn't. I don't know, maybe if I knew, you know what I'm saying? So.
Would you want to know if it's your last day?
I mean, not really, I don't think so.
I don't want to know that. Just let me go and go. I don't.
So, I don't know, that's a hard question.
But you know, I think it would be good. I don't think I would want to know, but I think it would be good to know because then I could actually make sure that I do some stuff that maybe I would not do if I didn't know I wasn't waking up tomorrow. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that bank account, gone. I'm about to go eat. Man, look. I'm about to go on a freaking food tour. I'm about to go eat.
Right.
I'm about to be drunk.
Right.
I'm going to go say some Hail Marys, or I'm going to do like every religion. I'm going to do some Hail Marys. I'm going to do some repenting.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some, what they do in Hinduism. All that. I'm doing it.
I don't know.
And then, hey, you know. All right. So, tell me this, baby.
Okay.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done?
So I'm gonna say probably I know I was like a teenager, so I was like I was in high school, but I used to sing in the church choir, and so of course we would sing on Sundays and you know different programs and stuff like that. So the particular event that we had to sing at was a funeral. So
I feel like this is gonna end real bad.
So we had to like travel and pack up and get our robes and you know whatever. So we get there and everybody got their robes mixed up, but we just had to put a robe on. So I didn't have my robe. I had on I don't know somebody's robe that was like 8 feet tall or something like that. So my robe was super tall, long. So what happened was we you know everything was cool. We probably had sang like 2 songs, but the next song I had a solo.
What was your solo?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. But I had a solo, and I can't remember if I'm going to say it was before I sang. Because I remember the old lady, the lady, her granddaughters, I was cool with them. And I remember, like, standing up there after I fell, looking at them, and they were smiling. Whatever. And their grandma.
Did you ever say that you fell? I feel like you just skipped over that. You were just like, oh, and then when I fell, so you had on this long robe and
I got up to go.
You fell down the choir stand?
So I had to go down these little stairs, and like a couple stairs. And I don't know if anybody really saw me, but like I didn't fall like lay out like that, but like I definitely took a knee. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of my stride. So I fell. And I just kept my composure, but I stood up there like, and I remember standing there before I had to sing like, looking out, and I just happened to look at these two girls, and they were smiling. So I felt like, I was embarrassed, but I felt like they probably needed that smile right then, just because it was a rough time. So
That's sweet, babe.
yeah.
Here's the thing. So realistically, I probably don't have any real embarrassing moments because of the person I am.
Okay.
I'm clumsy as hell. And when you grow up clumsy, you tend to lose your embarrassment. So it doesn't matter. I fall everywhere.
This is true.
I don't know. Okay, so I'll tell you this story quickly. So picture it, Detroit, 1983. I was 3 years old, and my family, we didn't really grow up in the church. That wasn't really our thing. But not because we don't believe or whatever, that wasn't what we did. So at this time, we had just moved to Detroit, and I was at Children's, what's it called? What they call?
Children's church.
Children's church. I told y'all I'm gonna be. Anyway, I was at Children's church, and they just taught us a bunch of songs because remember I was 3 and I was probably one of the older kids. Like it was for the young kids. So all we did was learn songs and kind of play. Maybe drew like pictures of Jesus. I don't know, whatever. So church is over. We go back and Elder Fudge says, "Do any of the?" He was the elder.
What's his name?
Elder Fudge.
Elder Fudge.
Fudge.
Okay.
He says, "Does anyone want to come in and do any of the kids want to come lead us in a song that you learned today?" So I jump. Oh, you want me to lead you? So I jump up, and my parents are like, "What the hell?" Because again, remember, this is like my first time ever in church. So they're like, "Well, maybe she learned a song already." I do learn songs pretty quickly, but
You have to throw that in.
I just, I can understand how why, because my real question is, why y'all didn't just snatch me when I got up? But maybe that's why. So I get to the front, and I put my hand on my hip, and I get the microphone, and I sing, "What's love got to do with it?" But they let me get all the way through, like, the first verse and the chorus before they stop me. And they won't let me live that down. And I'm just like,
Inappropriate.
I was born to perform.
Highly inappropriate.
Oh, what's the problem? It's no wrong note when you're singing for the Lord. Okay, let's move on. So that's probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me, and I was 3. So,
Okay.
All right. Baby, what was the first thing that attracted you about me? I feel like I should say to me, but whatever. But what was the first thing? Did you touch your drink?
It was probably your dimples. I like dimples. You have very, prominent dimples, and it was probably your smile. You know what I'm saying? Overall. Once, I got to even, acknowledge the fact that, by the time I got to take a look at you, so, yeah, it probably was your dimples.
Okay. Well, I think it was just you. The first time that I saw you, you were like the life of the party. You were turned. You were animated. You were vocal, and I don't know. You were just so. It was like there's no way that someone could not see you.
So I was being extra.
Well, now that we've been together so long, I realize that that's probably the correct word to call it. But at the time, it was refreshing. It was like, look at this person who's just out here doing what they want to do, doing their thing, living life. And, to me, that's what life is about, is living it. So to see you, it was refreshing. Oh, this would be a good question.
Okay.
Where did we first kiss?
On the mouth. Okay. That's not what you mean. Oh, okay. We kissed in the parking lot at Applebee's.
Would you really consider that our first kiss?
Yes, that was the first time we kissed. What you saying?
Okay, so look. Okay. Let's talk about when we first met.
Put that ear down, Chanel.
Oh, gosh. Man, she's really limping. We took our dog out to play tonight, and she's out of shape.
Clearly.
And
No,
so,
no.
Boom.
Good save. Here.
Like, not the vodka. And after running around, she probably literally only ran around for like 15 minutes. And then she was laid out on the ground panting. So we came in, we got her some water, and now she's limping. So we're going to keep an eye on that and make sure she's okay. Again, she's up for adoption.
Forever home.
Okay, anyway.
You're not getting rid of Chanel.
Probably not. It's realistically, I probably won't. But, so let's talk about this. Because I'm going to drink your drink. You don't want me holding it. Our first kiss, to me, is convoluted. And the reason why I say that is because I didn't kiss you. How a first kiss one-sided? Two people have to participate for it to be a first kiss. I was not fooling with you. Am I lying? So let me tell y'all how we met. We were at Applebee's again. So, which is the same day that she's saying our first kiss happened. I feel like you're trying to call me Boots. My grandma would call it a Jezebel. We were at Applebee's.
Call it what it is. Put a name on it.
Anyway, we were at Applebee's, and I was there with my best friend, and we went to get something to eat. And so that nail really needs to be cut. That one, that index finger, if she had a hand, that one really in particular. Okay, I digress. So we went to just get some food, even though, you know, people, I don't know, wherever you are watching this right now, I don't know if you guys have Club Applebee's where you are, but in Texas, and apparently Wisconsin, Applebee's is the club. So we were at Club Applebee's, but we weren't there for the club. We were just there to get some food. So I'm sitting down, and I was with my best friend and his date, so I was already feeling like the third wheel. So at this point, I was just ready to eat and go home. So as I'm sitting there, I look across the restaurant, because there's like glass windows, so you can see clear across the restaurant. And on the other side of the restaurant, I see this person, and she's clearly gay. She actually got this shirt on that she's wearing right now. Aw, that shirt, that's a good shirt. What brand is that? That's California. That's a good shirt. And she was just turned up, like she was out here, hey, and I'm like, okay. So I watched her for a while, and she was attractive to me, and appealing to me, and so I was like, okay. So I made a comment to my best friend. It was December 1st, which is also her anniversary. And so I made a comment to my best friend, and I was like, I want her for Christmas. Well, our server was walking by, and I guess she overheard me say it. So she didn't say anything. She kept walking. And so she goes and she grabs Amber and pulls her to my table. And so she just drops her off at the table, and she says, Merry Christmas, and she keeps walking. And so I'm like, so I know, question. The hell am I supposed to do now? So I'm like, all right. So Amber sits down at the table, and I immediately went into my shell. I was like a turtle in fear. I'm gone. Ducking off. So.
Right. So I get to the table. Well, okay, so first off, I was hanging out. All the things that she said were true. We were having a good time. We were drinking. So then a server that I knew from the place, because I was a regular, you know, I was single, and it was up the street from my house. So,
She wasn't single.
I was. But, so, anyway, so I'm sitting there, and then somebody just came and grabbed me by my arm, and I look up, and it's the girl from the server. So she just grabs me, just pulls me all clear across the restaurant. So I'm just like, okay, and I'm just following behind her, like
Just
while
leaving
she
her to
dragging
slaughter.
me.
It just.
So she just drops me drops me off at this table and was like,
Did you hear her when she said Merry Christmas?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe I did. So I was, maybe, yeah. So I was like, okay. So me being myself, I was just myself. So I just introduced myself to everybody at the table. I just started talking. Now at this point, I wasn't sure who was the person that had some interest in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't sure which one was the one that had chose, you know? So
I was choosing it.
But on her side of the table, but she was the only one on her side of the booth. So I was like, man, I sit down. So I sat down, and then I started talking. And I'm just trying to, spark up conversation. The whole time she's just looking out the window. I'm like, dude, okay. So it's definitely awkward for me. So I'm just like, okay, like, I don't want to be rude. Like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, what's up? So then we sat there for a minute. I small talked to her people. Tia's still not talking to me. Just definitely being like an asshole, right? So I'm like, all right. So
that's harsh.
So she was so she tried to just leave the table. She was like, okay, well, I'm going to go smoke. I'm going to go outside and smoke. Now, mind you, this is a smoking establishment. So I was like, well, why would you go do that? You could just come sit with me on my side of the table. Me on my side of the club. So
the restaurant. I'm sick of y'all trying to make Applebee's the club.
So we go, and she came with me over there, and honestly, I had to buy her a couple of drinks, just to get her talking, or whatever, because she was not talking to me. She was acting like just like, man. Like,
no, because that's embarrassing.
Do you talk to people?
But do I? Realistically, am I that person?
Yes.
I just go up to strangers and talk.
Yeah.
I'm social, but I'm not really the person that's just like, she doesn't know a stranger. She's never met one in her life. Me, I'm a little more cautious. So when I meet people, I'm like, okay, let me gauge the situation, let's figure out what's going on, and then let's proceed with caution. And she just jumps head first. So, and it's probably why our relationship has lasted so well and so long. It's because we are such opposites when it comes to that. But yeah, man, I don't know. She bought me some drinks, and I guess I loosened up some. And we went outside. Why? I don't know. I don't remember, but we went outside.
Yeah, I was trying to leave, and I wasn't having it.
Probably. But Tiffany wasn't even in the car. I don't know. We went outside, and somehow we started singing, and we had a group that we love, and we both were singing their songs. And that's, anyone who knows me knows that music is definitely the way to my heart. So when I heard her sing, I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So then from there, we went back in. The conversation went on. We were there until we closed the place down. We left, and we got to the car, and her words to me were,
I'm not going to say it.
She said something to me.
I said I wanted to do something that was not in my character.
There you go. And so I was like, what? And so she was like, I'm about to kiss you. And I was like, okay. Because, of course, I just met you, so I'm expecting like a peck on the cheek, maybe even a peck on the lips. But a peck. Here she comes. I'm like, excuse me. We have plenty of time for that. Not now. Yes or no?
She kissed me back. She did. Don't let her fool.
I kissed you, but not the way you were trying to kiss me. I just met you like 2 hours before that.
I just met you too.
But you know.
Okay.
So we exchanged phone numbers. I got in the car and I drove off, and my phone rang.
Who was it?
It was you.
Oh.
And we talked on the phone from like 1:45 to like 7:45 a.m. And yeah, I met her December 1st, and we were in a relationship from that day.
Pretty much. She
did have a girlfriend, but
I did not have a girlfriend.
it ain't nothing to cut them
What you have? What you have?
I didn't have nothing.
Dude, you can really say that with a straight face.
What I have? What I did not have was anybody blowing up my phone or going off on me, sending me messages or nothing, threatening to kill me. I didn't have that.
Nobody threatened.
I didn't have anybody upset with me.
Girl, okay, I'm done. But
Well, did I?
you
Did I have
did.
people upset? Upset though?
Yeah.
I didn't. She wasn't my girl. I had a situation, but I can admit that I had a situation. Can you admit that you had a couple of situations?
I had a.
You had a couple of them.
That's gonna be it for us today.
This was our question and answers.
Just to give y'all a little bit about us, how we met.
If you have any questions for us,
Like, comment,
and share.
and yeah, that's it.
It's Tia,
And Amber,
and it's been another episode of
Studsman, and Wife.